Oh, here comes the next project on this RV 32-foot Forest River. The windows had really khaki window treatments. So instead of spending $60 on, one window treatment, and I need 3, I'm just gonna take them and paint them gray. This color is gonna match up to what you see in the interior in a little bit. And we took down all the valances because they're just, I don't know, it's just old and dated. I don't want it. And now we have all of these window blinds that always worked pretty well, but I don't like the color. I want to get rid of khaki. Yes, the exterior is khaki, and we're gonna live with that because it's an upgraded $10,000 body paint, and it looks beautiful on the outside, but the inside I want it to be all modern. So we're gonna take these, and I was looking up some prices on different window treatments, and yeah, they got the remote controls and they got all kind of other fun stuff, but you're talking about minimum $60-something. I don't have the budget for that. So instead, I found some of this, vinyl and fabric. It works for kind of everything, and it works really good. So instead of spending $60 on, one window treatment, and I need 3, I'm just gonna take them and paint them gray. So shake it real good. Shake it, not stirred. And then you can just come in here and start painting. And yes, it takes about 2 coats, but it does work really well because we tested this on 1. And we were highly impressed. So I'm trying to spend as little money as possible on this because I kind of want more money for adventures, and I want to be able to explore, and that takes money. So why spend money on curtains? So that's why for $7 a can, I can do all of these windows for like $25 instead of spending $200 on getting new blinds. Which I'm not gonna lie, I might get new blinds in the future. You'll just have to follow along and subscribe. Exploring life, and you're living that life to be creative and to be different and to be crazy. Be creative. Think about every dollar you spend, and think about all the different things you can possibly do. I'm using every experience I've ever had in my life to live this creative life. And it helps because it makes it possible to do more on less. You can kind of calculate out what's more important to you and what is more valuable. And really high dollar curtains are not valuable to me right now. Get creative with how you film and how you get different shots from different angles. This is all part of an adventure and all part of that, addicted to exploring life, and if you're gonna be addicted to something, it's better than drugs and it's better than anything. So if you tripping, at least trip with some good ideas because I'm tripping over this van and I'm excited to put it back on the road. So that is side 1, and now you can see from the tan, now we have gray. Yes, you're getting sun coming through it, so it looks like there's gaps, but there's really not. It's pretty smooth. Once it's inside, it's gonna look even greater. And in a few, we'll do the back sides once it dries up, but I'm gonna give it like a half an hour to really dry up well. Took 1 can to do all 3 of those at $8 a can, so it should take me 3 cans to do them all. This is round 2 of this. I've already done 1 side, so now we're gonna come back and hopefully this can will be enough to cover this side, and we'll knock this out and get on to the next project. But guys, if you've never done this before, just take your time and pace yourself, and it's really not that difficult. And you gotta remember, I'm in southern Louisiana, so if you're afraid to sweat a little, get hot, this might not be the life for you because it takes effort and it takes perseverance and it takes wanting it really freaking bad because you gotta tolerate a lot of crap. What's some of the crap you gotta take and put up with? Well, you know what? As I do this, I'm gonna take rejections because some videos are gonna flop. I'm gonna take rejections because some of the people I reach out to collaborate with won't want to collaborate. On that note, tripping is a lifestyle, and if you like to trip and take trips all over and explore, hit me up. Maybe you could take me on a tour of your town. Maybe you can take me somewhere you've been before, or maybe somewhere you've never been but you've always wanted to go. Maybe after a while I can help people go on those trips where they've always wanted to go and hit those bucket lists, and we could be tripping together. That sounds like a plan. Stay tuned. Because right now I'm tripping over mini blinds, or whatever you call these things. And later I might be tripping over the Omelet Festival in Abbeville. I'm gonna be just tripping over and tripping in and tripping at and tripping with. And we're gonna talk about some of the gear and some of the other things I use along the way so that it'll make your tripping life a little better. But I tell you what, I really am tripping about how good this is coming out, man. It's just, oh God, this is so much easier than what I thought and so much more cost effective than what I thought it was gonna be. And now I have dark gray window treatments. And that's what I wanted. Because when you see the interior, and I'm gonna show you in a second what this looks like inside and how I've painted everything else in the living room, you're gonna see why this is the color for me. Because no, it's not the 50 Shades of Gray mobile, but it's kind of have 50 Shades of Gray in it. All right, so here we go. This is like the light gray wall you can see here, and we're still gonna cover that panel, but here is the new shutters. I still have some touching up to do, but they're gonna mount right here, and then you can see what it looks like. So it matches the top shelves, just perfect. So we do have some touching up. We're gonna go get one more can and finish this up and kind of clean them up, and then we're gonna put them away for now until everything else gets done, and then mount them up, and we will have some really cool new blinds for about 30 bucks. As you can see on that wall, how the curtain looks. Yeah, the fan's in the way, but you can see how it looks. And then we'll pull this one down, and you can see how that looks on that wall. So when we step away, you can start to see it. And of course the fan is in the way, but the black on gray looks kind of cool. And that'll be my backdrop for when I do sit down videos with my gray couch in front of it. So we're gonna put the gray couch in. We're gonna start getting the doors framed and the doors back in. And that is what's next in the next episode. So we're gonna go ahead and do all of that stuff, and you'll see that next. So that's it for the curtains. Now I still do have to hang up the kitchen one, but we're gonna wait for that paint to dry because it's still wet over there. And we took the tape off. We'll get that one mounted up. And then that's gonna be the end of this video because the curtains are done. Of course, we're still gonna have to do the bedroom later and a bunch of other stuff, but at least the living room is almost done. So I'm pumped, and we're gonna jump over to the next vlog, which is gonna talk about a lot of this stuff and what happened in here. And you'll see that next. So stick with us, subscribe, hit all those buttons that YouTube says you have to hit, and do all that fun stuff, because we are tripping about this RV. We're gonna be going tripping soon enough. And if you wanna trip with me, you gotta make comments below. Let's go do it. I'll tell you guys what, it ain't easy being cheesy. But it's ain't easy, and it gets hot in this camper. Find a hole in the wall that I